Hello, the visa bulletin for the month of June 2023 was released on last Thursday, and we had the opportunity to see the new cutoff numbers to apply during the month of July 2023. And as we usually do, today we are going to take a closer look at those cutoff numbers and see some implications they may have on various case number ranges. That is what we have in this video. Welcome as we go into the discussion. Now, let's begin with the Africa region, where the 63,500 cutoff number for the month of June was maintained for the month of July. Now, that is very normal because, as we said in our discussion a month ago, the Africa region is almost current, with the exception of just one case number, the highest case number in that region. So with such a situation, there was no need for the 63,500 cutoff number to be increased for the month of July. By establishing the cutoff number for the Africa region at 63,500 last month, the visa office has already done its part. It has moved the cutoff number high enough to allow embassies the opportunity to schedule cases with high case numbers, which some embassies are already taking advantage of. So, as we have indicated on many occasions, the chances of applicants continue to be in the hands of their various embassies. Those who are assigned to embassies that are performing well have a high chance of being scheduled for interview, whereas those who are assigned at embassies that are not performing well have a low chance of being scheduled for interview. So in case you are from the Africa region and assigned at an embassy that is not performing well, your hope should be that your embassy increase its performance in the remaining 2 months. In such a situation, you will have a better chance of being scheduled in this year's program. So we can say that there is no much difference in the situation of the Africa region. Next is the Asia region, where the 18,750 cutoff number maintained for 4 consecutive months has finally been increased to 21,000. Now with that, most of the questions that had been asked have finally been answered. Questions like, will the 18,750 cutoff number increase before the end of the program? When will it increase? And in case it increases, up to what case number will it increase? So all of that has been answered with the 21,000 cutoff number that has been established for the Asia region for the month of July. Now, the 21,000 cutoff number for the Asia region is good news, not only for applicants who just became current, that is, those who have case numbers beginning at 18,750 up to 20,999, but it's also good news for those who have case numbers that are just above the current cutoff number. That is, those who have case numbers in the 21,000 plus case number range and possibly 23,000. Now, why is it good news for them? It is good news for them because with a 21,000 cutoff number for the month of July, it is very likely that the cutoff number for the Asia region will increase during the remaining 2 months and is going to possibly include those case number ranges that I just mentioned. So in case you have a case number that is just above the current cutoff number of 21,000, is also good news for your case. Now, in past videos, we explained the similarity between the situation in the Asia region and that of the Africa region. We said that, like in the Africa region, the chances of applicants from the Asia region depend largely on the performance of their embassies. So with the 21,000 cutoff number, those of you who just became current and who are assigned to embassies that are performing well in the Asia region, you can now look forward to receiving your interview notification, because interview notifications are currently being sent out for July interviews. Now, a question that some of you may want to ask is whether I think the 21,000 cutoff number for the month of July will increase further before the end of this program. I personally think that it will increase. That is why I said earlier that it is good news for those who are even above the 21,000 but close to it. Now to the Europe region, where the cutoff number has been increased from 30,000 to 32,000. Now that is good news for those who just became current, because as we saw earlier, the embassies in the Europe region are performing well generally. And so those who just became current can look forward to receiving their interview notifications, considering the performance of the embassies in that region in general. The exception could be the Ankara embassy, where performance has not been at its best. However, there has been a little improvement, as we saw during our last embassy performance report, and we hope that that improvement will go further into the 2 final months of this year's program. Now to the North America region, which has just been made current. We had indicated previously that that region was already current unofficially, because the highest case number from that region was already current. So what the visa office has now done is to just make the status of that region official. Now to the Oceania region, where the situation continues as it has been. That is a gradual increase in the cutoff number for that region. The cutoff number for June is 1,550, and it was increased by 100 points to 1,650. Now that's the normal gradual increase in the cutoff number, which we said should be the case in every other region for that matter. Now with this gradual increase in the cutoff number for the Oceania region, it means that those with the highest case numbers are those who remain at risk, if you like. In other words, they are the ones that are unlikely to receive their interview notification by the end of the fiscal year. If the gradual increase that we have been witnessing in the Oceania region should continue up to the end of the fiscal year, then it means that those with high case numbers, the highest case numbers from that region, will end up not being interviewed during this year's program. The embassies in that region are performing well, so what is left to happen for high case numbers to be interviewed from that region is a high increase in the cutoff number during the 2 final months of this year's program. Then to the South America region, where the situation is similar to that of the Oceania region. But as we have indicated on several occasions, the advantage that applicants with high case numbers from the South America region have over those with high case numbers from the Oceania region is the closeness of the current cutoff number to the highest case numbers from that region. It is true that, like in the case of the Oceania region, the cutoff number for the South America region was also increased to a relatively small extent, from 2,740 for the month of June to 2,900 for the month of July. Now, if such relatively low increase should continue in the cutoff number for that region during the remaining 2 months, it means that the highest case numbers in the South America region are likely to be interviewed, which is not the case for applicants with the highest case numbers from the Oceania region. And that brings us to the end of this closer look at the cutoff numbers for the month of July. In our next discussion, we will consider the embassy performance report. But for today, that is all. Thanks for watching this video, and see you very soon in our embassy performance report. Goodbye.